Welcome to edupediaworld.com. In today's video, we are going to learn about solar system. So what exactly is the solar system? Have you ever imagined what is up there in the sky, even beyond the clouds that we see? Yes, there is space. It's all space above the clouds. And it is higher. It is much higher than the clouds that we see. Let's now talk about solar system in detail. So the solar system consists of the sun, and including the sun, it has 8 planets that are revolving around the sun. These planets revolve in a particular orbit, and all these orbits are different from each other. It is never a case that 2 planets are in the same orbit. All of the planets are revolving in their separate orbits around the sun. There is sun in the center, and there are other 8 planets that are revolving around the sun. What are these 8 planets? We are going to learn in after some time. So apart from the sun, as you see, which is in the center, the sun is the biggest, and there are other 8 planets. Apart from these planets, there are other objects which are known as asteroids and meteors. So this is what is an asteroid, and this is a meteor. So what is asteroid, what is meteor, and what are these planets that we're going to learn in the later videos. Let's move ahead now. So the entire solar system just doesn't consist of the sun and the 8 planets, but it has the moon, which is the moon, like as we know, Earth has one moon that we all have seen. Likewise, each of these planets have their independent moons. Some of the planets have 3 moons, some of the planets have more than one, and even more than 3. So individually about the planets, we will talk about them later, also about their moons. But apart from moons, we have asteroids. I just showed you. There are some rocky like structures that keep revolving, that keep moving in the space. Also, we have meteors and comets and some dust, gases, and primarily it is the entire thing is revolving in what is known as the empty space. Everything is an empty space, and in that empty space we have all these things which together consist of a solar system, right? Okay, our planet that we stay on is Earth, and Earth comes in the 3rd position. That is the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd planet that is revolving around the sun is the Earth. So the Earth is also continuously revolving around the sun, right? The Earth seems to be blue in color, and why is it blue? We will discuss later. Okay, why is it called the solar system? We have 8 planets and a sun. So why is it called a solar system? That is because the sun is in the center, and it is the sun that is keeping all these 8 planets revolving around it because of its energy, because of its high gravitational power. And it is only the sun's energy which is keeping them moving. It is only the sun's energy and the light which we receive, we here on Earth receive. So the entire system is existing because of sun, and that is why it is known as the solar system. Okay, let's learn more about the solar system and the various planets. So what do you see in this picture? You see the above picture, the picture on the top, as you see. These 2 bright shining stars. If you see from a distance, then these look very tiny, very small, and they look like stars. But actually, when you see it from close, these are huge, rocky structures which are nothing but planets. So there is a difference in the way, they look like us. Actually, they are so huge in reality, but because they are so far away from us, that is why they look so tiny and so minute, and they twinkle like stars, but actually they are not. Similarly, if we talk about the Earth and the Moon, because the moon in actual size is very big, it's very huge, but when we look at the moon from the earth, it looks so small, like just a dot. So even the other stars that we see in the sky, some of the stars are actually planets and they are actually huge, but like the Venus, so which is known as the the morning and the evening star, and it is shining bright high in the sky, but because it is very far from the earth, that is why it twinkles like a star and it looks to us as if it is so small and tiny. Now, astronomical distance. What is astronomical distance? These are the the units in which these are the distances basically between two astronomical objects, or the heavenly bodies, like the earth and the sun, the earth and the moon and the sun, and between various planets. So because these objects are very, very large in number, they are very high figures, that is why these are called as astronomical distances. And generally between any object, between two planets, if we need to measure these distances, then generally these distances will run into millions and billions of kilometers and nothing less than that. That is why we do not make use of kilometer as a unit to measure these distances, but we use a unit known as light year. When we talk about what is the distance between moon and earth, or earth and the sun, we talk in terms of light years and not in terms of meters or kilometers, because these are huge distance. So light year is the unit to measure astronomical distance. It's very important and you all should know. What is 1 light year? 1 light year is 9460730472580800 meters. So this such huge number is 1 light year. So all the calculations of the distances between two objects in the space is generally done by using the unit known as the light year. The sun is only 149 million kilometers away from Earth. So that is the distance between the sun and the Earth. So the sun is the largest among all the 9 planets. But remember, it is not the largest in the universe. There are other suns in the universe which may be bigger than the sun. There are many suns in the universe. So our sun, you should remember that it is not the largest, but yes, it is the largest among the all the 8 planets that we have seen, right? And this what is the family of the sun? All these 8 planets constitutes the family of sun, because sun is the center. Sun is the most important is the sun among, because of the sun the entire solar system is working and it is existing. The sun, as compared to moon, it is close to 400 times bigger than the size of the moon, right? Now let's talk something about our sun. The sun, like the other stars, even though it looks so small to our eyes, but it is in reality it is huge. And the sun is a ball of fire. And why is that fire? Why do I call that it is burning? It is continuously burning. It is a ball of fire. That is because it has continuously a reaction which is taking place inside the sun. That is the 2 hydrogen atom, they combine together, and that is the fusion reaction taking place inside the sun. And the fusion reaction is a continuous reaction that is taking place since billions and billions of years, and it will continue the same way. And that is why I say that the temperature of the sun is very, very high, and it is a ball of fire. And it is because of this heat energy, this light energy that is received even by Earth, even by us, because of which we are existing. So it is this heat and light energy that is received by all the planets, including our planet Earth. The sun's rays take about 8.5 minutes to reach the surface of the Earth, right? Now, the sun is in the center, as we all learned, and the rest of the planets are revolving around the sun in an orbit. So what is this orbit? The orbit is nothing but it is a curved part that is revolving around a point in the space, right? So what is this point in the space I'm talking about? Let's take this Jupiter. This is one of the planet, and so the Jupiter is continuously revolving in an orbit. And what is the point in the space about which it is revolving is this, which is a center. So for all these planets, Sun becomes a central point about which all these planets are continuously revolving, right? So let's talk about our Earth and the Sun now. We all know that the Earth is also revolving around the Sun. So because the Earth is at some distance from the Sun, it is not too close or not too far. It exactly takes 365.25 days for it to complete one rotation of the Sun. And that is why we have what is called as leap year, which is every 4th year will be a leap year, because this 0.25 and on the 4th year this will get completed, right, on one day. So that is why we have 29 days in the February, if you remember, right? So 365.25 days is the total time that Earth takes to revolve around the Sun. So also there's one more thing important. The Earth is not only revolving around the Sun, but it is also rotating about its own axis. And how much of the time it takes to revolve around its own axis? It takes 24 hours. Now what is the difference between revolution and rotation? Here you got to be really clear, and you have to understand this concept. Revolution is like, see, this is an axis, so Sun becomes a center point. Now if the Earth is rotating, say like this, anti-clockwise, if the Earth is rotating like this, the moment it completes one rotation, so we say it is revolving, right? This is revolution, revolving around the Sun, around this point. But rotation means that the Earth itself is rotating like this, about this axis, that is on its own, around its own axis it is rotating. So this is rotation. It takes 24 hours. But for this orbit to get completed, it takes 365.25 days for this to get completed, right? Also the Moon is revolving around the Earth. The Moon is also revolving around the Earth like this. So this rotation revolution in detail we'll talk about later, but this is very important. So 365 days and 24 hours, these two figures are very important. Now let's talk about the planets and the sequence of the planets in which they are based. So the first, as we see on the left hand side, is the Sun. The first planet is Mercury. Right, Mercury is the closest, and it is the hottest planet among all the planets because it is very, very close to the Sun. Next is Venus. Venus is the second sun. Venus is also what I already told you. The planet is known as the evening and the morning stars. Early morning and the evening, if you see this planet will be shining very, very bright in the sky. Right. Third planet is Earth. Earth, it looks blue. That is because of the water content. There is close to 70% of it is water on the surface of the Earth, and that's why it looks so blue, right? So as I said, 70% is water on the Earth. Mars looks like red. That's the fourth planet. Jupiter is the fifth planet. Saturn is the sixth planet, and the rings that you see about this Saturn, there are some 3 rings about the Saturn, and what are these rings in detail we'll talk it about later. Uranus is the next planet. Next comes the Neptune. So Uranus and Neptune are almost similar in size also. So Neptune is the last planet in the solar system. There used to be one planet called as the Pluto, but it is no more considered as a ninth planet. Initially, we used to learn that the solar system consists of Sun and 9 planets, but nowadays Pluto is not considered to be a planet because it generally comes in the region of Neptune. So it is not considered to be a planet anymore. It is too small, very, very small, and Pluto is the coldest among all the rest of the planets. So it is the coldest and it looks really blue. Even the Neptune and Uranus are also, the color is blue. That is because it's very cold, because they are very, very far away from the sun, right? So that's about what the solar system is and what all it consists. The solar system consists of sun, the moons, the asteroids, the meteors, the gases, the dust, and the space. And I have told you about the sequence of all the planets. So in detail about each and individual planets and about asteroids and meteors, we will talk about it in the next video. So thanks for watching Edupedia World Videos.